Now, I am still working on myself. Like, I'm doing a lot of healing work, sitting here just doing a lot of reflective time within myself about any past hurts and pains. I'm doing all of that. But my primary focus was my husband is coming to get me. Okay? My husband is here. And so, come my birthday, Lord. So I went to go get, I planned everything out to the T, okay, to the T. My plans was to hang out with my cousins, and my cousins, they didn't really have a lot of money, but I had gift cards. I remember, giving them gift cards or whatever, not that they, so we chose that place. That's where we were going to eat with those gift cards. Ain't no shame. I don't care. Good vibes, good energy, as long that's all that matters. And so come my birthday, I went to go get my hair done or whatever not. That was the first time I had me a little wig. Listen, I ain't know how to act, okay? Not but like one of those fancy wigs, okay? That the girls be wearing. And so I looked good. And so I remember being on my way to go get something to eat. And I'm sitting here on my way to get something to eat. I'm sitting here debating on if I should eat in or I should, go home because I'm pressed for time. And I want to have time to get ready and stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll just sit in for a little bit. So as I pull up to the restaurant where I was finna eat, there was this dude. He got out the car. I'm like, oh, he looks like really nice. And I'm like, oh, he's going to the same, restaurant I'm going to. And again, I'm not thinking that in this moment I'm gonna meet my husband. I'm thinking it's gonna be later in the nighttime, okay? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and sit in for just a little bit, not too long, just a little while. And I remember walking up to the restaurant and I heard, get a window seat. But as I was passing the window, I seen him like staring me down hard. And so I got nervous. So I go into the restaurant and the lady asked me like, where would you like to sit? And I just said anywhere. And she put me all the way across, the room from him, but he's still staring me down. I feel it. And so he see me, I see him, okay? Again, it's not a lot of black people at this restaurant, okay? And so I'm like, but I can't see him. It's like I can't see his features. Like I see him, his figure, but all I see is like light illuminating from this individual. And so I'm like, is my eyes like deceiving me or something? So I go and I pretend I'm finna go to the bathroom so I can like get a closer look. And again, as I'm walking, of course, he's looking at me. And it's like I see his head turned at me, but I can't see this man. And all I see is a bright light. When I say the light is bright, illuminating from this individual, like the aura was auroing, okay? And so then I go to the bathroom. I'm like fixing my eyes, put some water on my eyes, because I'm like, why can't I see this individual? This is different. So, okay, I'm like, okay. I'm sitting here blinking like, okay, we ready? I'm like, I gotta see him this time because it's my last chance. So then I come out. Again, he see me, I see him. And yet I can't see this man. The light, it was just too bright. So I go back, my food there or whatever not. He eating his food and I'm just in my head. I'm like, I don't know. I started to think about like, oh, God told me to work on some stuff. I didn't work on everything. I'm like, I'm not ready for this. It's just too much. And everything said, just stay put. But I'm like, in my head, I'm like, no, I didn't do what I was supposed to do. God said work on some stuff and I didn't work on anything. So I'm like, and I said, God, if this is meant for me, then you'll just bring it back around. You'll just send it back around. And so then I ended up leaving the restaurant or walking out the restaurant. And literally as one foot crossed that threshold, it's like I lost my best friend. It's like I lost my person. It's like I've lost everything. And everything kept saying, go back in the restaurant. But it's like, what am I going back there? I already pretended to go to the bathroom. I got my food to go. I had my little drink. What am I going back to this? What am I going back there for? So I'm like, God, just if this is meant to be, just send them back around, right? But this man, let me hold on. This man really had a stronghold on me, and I'm like, should I? I'm sitting in the car just for a little second. I'm like, should I go back in? Should I not? I'm like, no, God, if it's for me, God will send him back around. So I go home, I'm sitting here getting ready or whatever. Now my cousins them come over here, like we waiting for everybody to arrive so that we can just take one car to all our destinations and what we gonna be doing. My cousin, he gets filthy drunk already. I'm like filthy, filthy drunk, like drunk. And my other cousin, like we ended up going out to eat. Like again, everyone knows the plans. She said, can she bring her dude? Okay, fine. I don't care. And we all out to eat or whatever not. And then she's like, oh, well, we're just going to go home after this. First off, you're in my car. Like, everything was lined up. Like, this restaurant that we went to, it was one up the street from my house. If you wanted to go home right away, we could have just went to that one. But we all the way on across the town, and you want me to go all the way back across town to take you to your car so that you can go home when you already knew the plan. I was livid for my birthday. Again, these are the same people that I really, was hanging out with. I trusted, I loved. And again, me and my cousin, we fell out over that dude. And it was just, as I was evolving, I just fell out with everybody. Okay? Because, no. Like, my one cousin, we still cool. I feel like this is the only one that, because she on her business, she doing stuff for herself too. I feel like we just on the same frequency at this time, and I just outgrown the other ones. And my cousin, the other one, she was like, I'll still hang out with you, and I'll still, do, whatever you got planned. And I was just like, I was over it. I was like, nah, it's cool. Like, just go. So I ended up going out by myself, and I was just upset. Okay, I was just like, I looked too good. I looked too good. All right. And I'm just, okay. So honestly, it wasn't the birthday was dang near ruined. I did not truly enjoy myself. And I kept just thinking about that man that I seen. And I kept thinking about him, and it was really uncontrollable. Like, it's like, why? It's like there was an attachment to me and this man. But it's like I've never spoke to this man. I barely know how this man looked. But yet my heart is attached. My heart is grieving like the loss of this man. And so I'm like, okay, I need to like tell myself bad things, like terrible things, like this man could have did X, Y, and Z to you or whatever not, just so that I can like release this person, because that's how strong the hold was that this person that I've never met or known or spoke to in my life had over me. And I remember God was like, don't do that. And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? And so I'm like, okay, well, if you don't want me to imagine him being a terrible individual, I was fantasizing about him, basically having fantasies. It's like, because he was a good looking man and very built. Like, although I couldn't exactly see his features, he was a good looking man. Okay. And then God, he told me, he was like, is that all you want with him? And I'm like, yeah, actually, if you want me to be honest, kinda like, it's what I need right now. Lord, I'm terrible.